My beloved child, lean closer to these words, for they are not written to be skimmed or forgotten. They are a living fire, carrying a message so urgent that every second you hesitate places distance between you and the miracle already moving in your direction. Right now, as your eyes follow this flow, the heavens are stirring to release something that will shift your entire life in ways you cannot yet imagine. This is not an ordinary day. This is not an ordinary message. Something wonderful, powerful, and divinely appointed has already begun its journey toward your home, and you were chosen to receive it without delay. There is a reason this moment has found you. You were not scrolling aimlessly, you were guided. Pulled. Drawn here as if an invisible hand had pushed your soul to align with this exact second. That hand belongs to the divine, and the truth is undeniable. Your life is about to be interrupted by a surprise so astonishing that it will leave you speechless. Every pain, every waiting hour, every sleepless night has not been wasted. They were building the foundation for what is about to enter your life. Heaven does not send blessings lightly, and what is moving toward you now carries the fingerprints of destiny, written long before you were even aware of your struggle. You may feel chills as these words sink deeper, and that is no accident. That shiver across your skin, that tightening in your chest, that pounding of your heart, those are confirmations. They are heaven's way of whispering that what you're hearing is not a coincidence. It is divine truth wrapping itself around you in this very moment. Right now, imagine the door of your home. In your mind's eye, see it clearly. Because sooner than you realize, that door will be the threshold through which something life-altering arrives. It will not knock like ordinary news. It will not enter like everyday moments. It will burst through as if carried by angels themselves, leaving you stunned by the magnitude of what has been placed into your hands. This surprise has been hidden, prepared in silence, and timed for this exact season of your life. It could not come sooner, for you were not ready. It could not come later, for delay would rob you of the fullness of its impact. The timing is exact, precise, flawless, because heaven's calendar never makes mistakes. Do not think small about this, beloved child. This is not about a small token or a fleeting smile. This is about an overflow, a showering, an unstoppable outpouring that will prove to you once and for all that you were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. You were always being positioned for this very hour. Your home will not look the same once it enters. Your heart will not feel the same once it arrives. Your life will not move the same once it unfolds. This is a divine interruption, a sacred surprise, and no human hand can block it from reaching you. The signs are already around you. Think back to the sudden moments where you saw repeating numbers, the unexpected silence that felt heavy, the dreams you couldn't shake, the strange way certain people's names or faces kept appearing before you. These were not accidents, they were previews, shadows of the wonder that is now standing at the edge of your reality, ready to cross into your world. Archangel Michael declares, "This is your hour. This is your opening. This is your divine signal that the heavens have declared movement on your behalf, and no delay, no enemy, no hidden force can strip it away." You may be thinking about how much you have endured. The betrayals, the losses, the endless battles that made you question whether good things could ever truly come for you. But listen closely now, those battles were not punishments. They were proof that you were carrying something so rare, so sacred, that opposition tried desperately to break you before you could reach this moment. And yet, you are here. You made it. And now the surprise comes. Do not underestimate how quickly this shift will happen. What feels like stagnation can turn into acceleration in a single breath. What feels like silence can explode into a symphony of blessings in one instant. And that instant is not months away, it is here, pressing against your life, waiting for you to open the door and receive it fully. Hold on to these words like lifelines. They are not random, they are not empty. They are prophetic streams carrying the fragrance of heaven directly into your ears and into your spirit. The fact that you are still reading, still leaning in, means you were chosen to receive what so many others will miss. My beloved child, the heavens are saying, do not doubt. Do not question. Do not delay. Something wonderful is already running toward you, and it will not stop until it rests safely in your hands. My beloved child, lean even closer, because what you are about to hear will make your heart tremble with both awe and relief. The heavens have not only prepared a surprise for you, they have orchestrated every step that leads to its arrival at your door. Nothing in your life has been random. Every encounter, every delay, every closed door has been a piece of the greater design. Do you feel it now? That sense that something is hovering just beyond the edge of your sight, waiting to cross over into your reality? That is not imagination, it is divine confirmation that what belongs to you is already near. You must understand this: the forces of heaven are never late, never early, always on time. And your time is now. The sound of movement is echoing in the unseen, and it is headed toward you with unstoppable speed. You may not see the footsteps, but you will feel them. You may not hear the wings, but you will sense the rush of air as they move. You may not yet touch it, but your spirit already knows it has been dispatched directly to you. Archangel Michael declares, "This is the delivery you have waited for. It is marked with your name, sealed with heavenly approval, and no power of darkness has the authority to intercept it. It will arrive, and it will arrive in full." Think back to the whispers in your dreams, those strange encounters where someone spoke a word that pierced your soul without explanation. Those were not coincidences. They were previews, rehearsals for the performance that is now ready to begin. Even the setbacks you thought broke you were secretly carving the path for this moment. The tears you cried in silence watered the soil for the blessing about to bloom. The pain you carried in silence became the very vessel heaven will now fill with joy. Do not underestimate how different your tomorrow will look. The world you wake into after this surprise arrives will not be the same as the one you are standing in today. It will feel as if your life has been split in two, the before and the after, and you will never want to go back to the old season again. Right now, there are hands unseen arranging the details. There are doors you cannot see unlocking without your touch. There are conversations you were not invited into that are paving the way for your name to be spoken in rooms where your destiny is being decided. This is why you could not quit, why you were not allowed to give up, why heaven kept holding you even when you tried to let go. Because this moment had to arrive, and you had to be standing when it came. My beloved child, you must hold steady, for the enemy always grows loudest right before the breakthrough. Distractions may appear. Doubts may whisper. But you must remember, heaven has already signed the release papers, and your surprise cannot be cancelled. You may already sense an unusual shift in your energy, an unexplainable calm or a sudden excitement rising without cause. That is because your spirit knows what your mind cannot yet see. The package of heaven is already at your doorstep. Archangel Michael says only this much: prepare your home, prepare your heart, prepare your hands. The blessing will not remain in the sky, it is descending, and it will touch the ground where you stand. Your faith is being rewarded. Your loyalty is being acknowledged. Your patience is being crowned with an outpouring that will silence every voice that mocked your waiting. The surprise is not something you could have predicted. It is not what you thought you would receive. It is more, greater, higher, pressed down and overflowing until you cannot contain it all. Do not think of it as an idea or a dream. Think of it as reality already walking toward you, a figure carrying a gift wrapped in divine timing, only steps away from knocking on your door. The sound of that knock is closer than you think. My beloved child, feel the weight of this truth: the heavens are aligning, the earth is responding, and your life is the stage for a wonder that will mark you forever. My beloved child, the moment draws closer than you realize, and the air around you is already vibrating with what is coming. The surprise destined for your home is not just an object or event, it is a shift, a turning point, a divine mark upon your life that will prove nothing was ever wasted. Every silent hour, every lonely season, every unanswered cry has been leading to this exact moment of unveiling. Even now, angels move silently on your behalf. They pass through unseen corridors, rearranging the flow of your life like a masterful hand guiding the pieces of a puzzle into place. The picture is almost complete, and soon your eyes will see what your heart has long been promised. You have felt the anticipation rising in your spirit, that strange stirring that cannot be explained by logic. That is the vibration of heaven brushing against your reality, whispering that what you waited for is no longer in the distance, it is already here. Your spirit feels it first, for it is more sensitive to heaven's timing than your eyes or ears. Archangel Michael declares, "This is not an ordinary arrival. This is a divine package, wrapped not in paper but in destiny, sealed not with wax but with heavenly decree. It cannot be stolen, it cannot be delayed, it cannot be denied." There are people around you who will not understand what is happening. Some may even resist or doubt what you are receiving, because they cannot see what you see. But their disbelief does not matter, for the surprise is not meant for them, it is meant for you. My beloved child, remember how many times you nearly gave up. Remember how many times you felt abandoned. Those moments will become your testimony, because the arrival of this wonder will erase every trace of doubt from your soul. This is why heaven had to let you endure the fire. It was not to destroy you, but to refine you so that when this moment came, you would be strong enough to carry it. The surprise is not light, it is weighty, filled with responsibility, filled with abundance. And only now, after all you've endured, are you prepared to hold it without it slipping away. You will look back at the days of waiting and realize they were not delays, they were preparations. The doors that stayed shut were never punishments, they were protections keeping you from entering too early. And now, the final door has swung open, and the sound of heaven's blessing is already echoing through your hallway. Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely, for the knock is coming." It will not sound like the knocks you have heard before, it will carry authority, power, and peace all at once. When it arrives, you will know instantly that this is the moment you were born to see. Do not fear what is ahead, for this surprise carries no shadow of harm. It is pure, it is holy, it is overflowing with goodness. It will break chains, open paths, and release a flood into your life that no dam can hold back. You may feel your heart racing now as you read this, and that is confirmation. It is not nerves, it is alignment. Your entire being is recognizing that destiny is brushing against you in this very hour. My beloved child, heaven is not silent, it is roaring with activity on your behalf. And soon, all that sound will translate into the visible, tangible reality that floods your life with joy beyond measure. My beloved child, even now the atmosphere around you is shifting in ways you may not yet notice with your eyes, but your spirit already knows the truth. The surprise has left heaven's gates and is already traveling through unseen pathways to arrive exactly where you are. This is why you have felt unusual emotions, sudden waves of peace or unexpected heaviness, because heaven's current is brushing against your life. The blessing that is on its way will not be small, for heaven does not move with half measures. When it comes, it will come with force, with clarity, and with such abundance that you will know this was not created by human effort. It will leave no doubt that the hand of the divine has reached into your life and placed something extraordinary at your door. You have waited, you have hoped, and sometimes you have almost surrendered to despair. Yet, even when you felt empty, heaven was still filling the vessel of your destiny. And now, the time has come for that vessel to overflow, not drop by drop, but in a flood you will not be able to contain. Archangel Michael declares, "What is arriving for you will silence every critic, every whisper of doubt, every mocking voice that said you would never see change. It will erase the sting of those who turned their backs on you, and it will lift your head so high that even those who opposed you will not be able to deny that something divine has touched your life." This surprise carries vindication, restoration, and elevation in a single wave. My beloved child, listen to the rhythm of your days right now. The strange alignment of events, the unplanned moments, the things falling into place one after another, they are not accidents. They are signs that the gears of heaven's machinery are turning in your favor and that the delivery has already been dispatched. Soon you will feel it like a sudden wind brushing against your life, a rush that enters without warning. And in that moment, the door will open, and the surprise you have longed for will no longer be a promise but a reality standing in front of you. The glory of it will make every hardship worthwhile. The angels assigned to you are moving faster than you think. They are guarding the package, ensuring it is untouched, unseen, and unbroken until it rests safely in your hands. And when it arrives, you will know instantly it was heaven's work, for no human could have orchestrated it so perfectly. You may already feel that electric pull, that sense of anticipation that rises even when you try to ignore it. That is not your imagination, it is your spirit preparing itself to receive. The alignment is complete, and all that remains is the moment of arrival. Archangel Michael says, "Hold your ground, stay awake, do not be distracted." The enemy will attempt to shake your focus, but the surprise has already bypassed every obstacle. Nothing can intercept what heaven has marked with your name. My beloved child, your home will soon carry a fragrance it never had before, the fragrance of answered prayers, fulfilled promises, and divine visitation. You will wake in the morning and know the shift has already taken place. You will feel it in the very air you breathe. My beloved child, the hour has come when what was hidden in silence will suddenly be revealed before your eyes. The surprise you have been waiting for is not far, it is not delayed, it is already pressing against the threshold of your reality. Even now, your spirit is stirring with a sense of urgency because heaven is aligning every piece for this divine delivery. The walls of your home will soon echo with a sound they have never heard before. It is not the sound of sorrow, not the echo of loss, but the vibration of blessing arriving to transform everything. The moment this enters your space, the atmosphere itself will shift into peace and fulfillment. You must prepare yourself, beloved child, because the glory of this surprise will overwhelm you. It is not coming as a fragment, it is not arriving half-formed, it is coming whole, complete, and overflowing. When it lands in your life, it will feel as if heaven itself has sat down in your living room. Archangel Michael declares, the delivery is unstoppable. Forces have tried to delay it, enemies have tried to block it, and shadows have tried to distract you, but none of them carry authority. This blessing was signed and sealed long before their attempts, and nothing can undo heaven's decree. Do you remember the times you felt everything collapsing around you? Those were the moments when the enemy thought you would break and abandon your promise. But instead, you endured, you held on, and because of that strength, the fullness of your reward is now on its way. My beloved child, this surprise is not just for you, it will ripple into the lives of those connected to you. Family members, friends, even strangers will feel the impact of what is about to enter your world. Your blessing will overflow into places you never expected. Every knock on your door from this moment forward will feel different, because your spirit knows the true one is approaching. And when it finally comes, you will not need to question it, you will know instantly this is the miracle you were promised. The recognition will pierce you deeper than words. You will feel warmth surge through your body, your chest will tighten, and tears will rise without control, because you will understand heaven remembered you. All the nights of silence, all the prayers you thought were unheard, all the seasons of waiting will collapse in a single moment of fulfillment. And from that moment, nothing in your life will remain the same. Archangel Michael says, open your heart, for the gift is bigger than you imagine. Do not shrink it with small expectations, do not limit it with fear. Heaven's surprise is not measured by your thoughts, it is measured by divine abundance. My beloved child, even your environment will reflect the change. Where there was heaviness, there will be lightness. Where there was lack, there will be overflowing provision. Where there was loneliness, there will be company and joy. The timing is flawless. Not one day early, not one day late. This is the appointed season, and nothing can shift it out of alignment. When it enters, it will feel as if the hands of heaven themselves placed it gently in your arms. The beauty of it will silence your pain. The power of it will make you forget every wound. The surprise is not just arriving, it is invading your world with force, pressing itself into your story until everything is rewritten. Your destiny will open wide, your path will shine, and you will finally understand why you had to walk through all that came before. My beloved child, believe this truth: heaven never forgets its promises. And the proof of that will arrive sooner than you think, sooner than you can prepare, sooner than you can imagine. The surprise is already at your door. My beloved child, the moment has arrived where every hidden promise rises to the surface, and your life will never again look like the shadows you once endured. The surprise that has been sent is not wandering, not delayed, it is already breathing at the edge of your world. You can feel it in your heartbeat, in the way your thoughts tremble, in the sudden quiet that feels heavy with meaning. This surprise is not fragile, it is mighty, weighty, stamped with the authority of heaven itself. It carries more than material gifts, it carries joy, restoration, vindication, and the kind of peace that settles in your soul like a calm river after a storm. It will prove to you that your waiting was not in vain and your tears were not wasted. Archangel Michael declares, the package of heaven is now at your threshold. Open the door with faith, and you will see that everything you were promised has been doubled, multiplied, pressed down, and running over. This is not a small offering, it is a wonder designed to mark your life forever. The moment you receive it, every corner of your home will shift. The air will feel lighter, the silence will carry warmth, and your very steps will echo differently. Your spirit will know instantly that heaven has visited, and your destiny has crossed into a new chapter. My beloved child, you will wake up tomorrow and not recognize the person you were yesterday. The burden you carried for years will dissolve in the blink of an eye. In its place will be strength, clarity, and unshakable joy that no voice of doubt can take from you. The world around you may not understand, but they will see the evidence. They will notice the light in your eyes, the confidence in your steps, and the shift in your atmosphere. And even those who doubted you will have no choice but to admit you were chosen for this blessing. The surprise does not come empty, it brings doors with it. Doors of opportunity, doors of restoration, doors of relationships and provision. It will unlock paths you thought were closed forever, and it will pour new rivers into dry places of your life. Archangel Michael says, your name has been spoken in places you never entered. Your face has been remembered in places you never stood. And now, the rewards of those whispers are finding you, landing directly in your hands. My beloved child, this is your hour of transformation. Every seed you planted in silence is blooming at once. Every prayer you whispered when no one listened is returning with answers too big to contain. You will look back at this moment as the dividing line of your life, the before and the after. Nothing that came before will hold power over you anymore. And everything that comes after will carry the fragrance of heaven's reward. The surprise is not far. It is here. It is now. My beloved child, hold your arms wide, for what enters will be greater than your imagination ever dared to dream. The home you sit in will no longer feel the same, because it has been chosen as the landing ground for heaven's favor. The wonder is yours, and it cannot be taken away. The doors are open, the angels are near, the blessing has arrived. And with it, your life is sealed in a new chapter of divine glory. This is the moment you will never forget, the moment that proves you were never abandoned, never overlooked, always chosen. And so, beloved child, lift your heart in gratitude, for the surprise is here, the transformation is real, and your life is about to shine brighter than ever before.